Good morning, this is Jamie Shaw, and this will be part 2 of Workspace. The first video we walked through and I showed you how to download the workspace. Now I'm going to go to my C drive, click on this PC. I'll open my C drive up. I have it installed locally. If you're And these videos are kind of geared toward consultants, so you probably have 1012 as i.connect, which that's what I have, and I've made a new i.connect for 2024. I'll be running 2024 in this video, and I'm not really going to cover enhancements or anything like that. I'm just going to cover how to get it set up. So in the i.connect 2024 folder, it's exactly the same as i.connect folder. What we've done is went through and upgraded all the DGNs and DGN libraries in the workspace to make it compatible with 2024. So if you go in the configuration folder, you see we got organization civil. That's where all the standards are for bridge and roadway. Standards, that's where all your cells are, all your configuration files. ORD 2024 has a new deed writer, so there's a deed writer folder in there. There's your DGN libraries, all your templates, survey stuff, template library, everything's contained inside ORD Civil. So if I go back to i.connect 2024, there's conversion tools in here to upgrade SS10 files to ORD for construction. Now, this one you have to really pay attention to. This is only for live construction files. You got construction inspectors out in the field that are using SS10 and they need access to ORD files because SS10 doesn't work anymore on their computer. So this guide will walk you through how to upgrade Power Geopack files to Open Roads Designer 1012 and soon 2024 and use the 10.9 workspace. It shows you how to set up the 10.9 workspace and you can use the files for live construction projects. Why the 10.9 workspace? Because the 10.9 workspace is an exact duplicate of the SS10 workspace. So all the line styles and all the text styles and everything were like they were in Power Geopack. Now, in the other folder is SS10 to ORD for design. We have a PDF guide here on how to convert Power Geopack SS10 files, SS4 files, and upgrade them to Open Roads Designer. There's a link to a units converter in here, and I've updated this. Actually, let me go somewhere here real quick. I haven't updated this one yet, but if I go into our master folder, go into our master, that goes out to everybody. You see I've got a version 2 in here. So I made a change. And what that change is after you run the units converted, you have to go and run it again and check the scale box and put 10 in the scale box and hit apply and run it a second time, and it will update the scale of all the elements in the drawing. So that's a change. So I edited the Word document and created a new PDF and just put version 2 on it. The version 1 still there, so both of those documents work. There's a font remapper. If I open it, there's a PDF guide on how to remap the fonts. There's a CSV file, a VBA, what stuff. The instructions are right there in the remap fonts. It'll change all the fonts to from font 32 to Arial font. It does not change the text style. It only changes the font, so be aware of that. There's a batch file converter that will convert all the SS10 levels to ORD levels. The instructions are all right here. All the updated files you need are right there. If you have a 1010.2 drawing, or from the 1010.2 workspace, you can run the feature definition conversion utility. It's in ORD. You can run that. Here's the guide on how to do it, and here's the Excel spreadsheet of all the levels. It will take all the 10.2 levels and convert them to the current levels, or 1010.1, either one. I think we changed them in 1010.2. But it will convert all the levels over to where they're supposed to. Now, you only need to run this if you have the project in 1010.1, you're moving it to 1012. Otherwise, it won't work because it has to recognize the old SS10 levels and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. We also have a documentations folder in this download, and it covers ORD training, the consultant setup guide, the revision history, the new civil labels, PDF update, all the new survey codes, sheet index update, title block, and automation with the sheet index, deck beam abutment for generative components and integral abutments and pile stub abutments. We also have this guide upgrading from 10.9 to 10.10. I mean, that's kind of old. Don't have to worry too much about that. And then we have the new work set set up for ORD 2024, which is the same as 10.1, 10.12. It's still the same. We just upgraded the manual. Now we'll go and launch ORD 2024. So I'll open it. Cancel on that. I'm internal to IDOT, so we have a managed workspace in ProjectWise that we maintain. So I can work in ProjectWise and I work local. I work local a lot because I'm upgrading the managed workspace, and we keep a copy of the managed workspace outside of ProjectWise. We update that, and then it gets updated into the managed workspace. So to configure the new ORD workset, just come in and manage configuration over on the left-hand side. You see it has the examples configuration that comes with the software straight out of the box. So if you want to go through training, a Bentley training, you can use the examples workspace and go through that Bentley training. So we're going to hit add on here. I'm going to name this ORD 2024. You name it whatever you want to name it, so you recognize that it's the ORD 2024 extension. And give it a description if you want. If you're pointing to a network server, just hit the pull down here, click network shared drive, and you can point it to that. Local, but the configuration folder is going to be exactly the same, whether you're pointing to a network server or a local. So I'm going to hit browse. And I'm going to navigate to the IDOT Connect 2024. Then I'm going to click on the configuration folder. I'm going to hit select folder. Now this path has to say IDOT Connect 2024 configuration, or if you've renamed it, it's got to be all the way down in the configuration folder. So now that I hit OK, I have that configuration in there. I can hit OK again. And then on the left side, I pick the ORD configuration. I've already had this set up, so you see I have a bunch of different drawings in here. So in the pull down, if you're going to work on IDOT jobs, make sure you pick IDOT Connect. If you're going to work on tollway jobs, make sure you pick on tollway jobs. I have nothing to do with the tollway. They build their own workspace and send it to us, and we include it in the workspace download. OBM is the exact same setup as the Open Roads Designer. And if you have to be running Open Bridge Modeler or Microstation to be able to see the bridge stuff. You cannot do bridge stuff in Open Roads Designer. It'll only load the roadway stuff in Open Roads Designer. Then we have a work set. So for each project you have, which I've only got a few in here, you need to create a work set. And creating the work set, you just come down here, create the work set, give it a work set name. If you don't have a work set name, just don't make something up. Contact the CAD manager for the district you're doing work in and get the D number. You see the one I've been working with is D695875. It's a fictitious District 6 project, but you want the district number They may have the D number in it, they may not, but contact your CAD manager or your project manager on your project and get the proper number. The reason I stress that is because inside of ProjectWise, we have those same numbers, D695875. If that was a real project, we'd have that same project. And ProjectWise, when you submit to the Project File Exchange and they pull your DGNs over to our Workspace, to the project, all the folders and everything match, all the work sets match and everything, and there's not a lot of issues. So give it a name. Under templates, this is where you use template for new work set. It locks all the file path to those folders. Do not use template for new work set as your work set. I mean, it causes issues. Sometimes it doesn't load all the workspace. So give it a name. Use template for new work set as your template. And then the custom properties we no longer use in 2024. We quit using them in 1012. We went to the sheet index in there, and like I showed you in the documentations folder, there are how-tos on how to get it into or get it set up, or how to use the sheet index. So that's all for this video. Once it's set up, you can set your i.Connect workspace, create your work set, then you can go open. Now, once you go have all this set up, you can browse to anywhere you have files. You don't have to have, you see, I'm pointing to my D drive, so I don't have to use the folder structure that's delivered, it's the exact same folder structure that's in ProjectWise. You don't have to use that folder structure. If you have a different folder structure, you can navigate to the DGN and open it from there. So that's all I have for this video, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you very much.